Brother Nash, how are you? Please assist me. If you know anyone that is from that other side of the border who can help me with some charms that is going to make my manhood to start working again, because right now I have a girlfriend that I love very much, that I want to marry, but when we try to make love, my manhood, it is not working at all. I am only 33 years old and it is not working. I work as a nurse. I'm someone that is very nice. I am very humble, but life has been so difficult. I used to be a player in high school. You won't even believe it that at 33, I should be in the record books because I have 11 children with 10 baby mamas. Most of them, they are girls with no class that I used to sleep around with when I was in grade 11, grade 12. That is when I slept with a lot of ladies. Most of my kids, they are of the same age because there was a time when I was dating up to 6 girls at the same time in matric and I impregnated all of them. It used to be fun when I was still in high school because I used to be this player. So now 11 children, there are a lot of court orders. When I am walking around, I am busy calculating how much I am going to be left with by the end of the month because these low class women, they have taken me all to court. They went to court and I have to pay this money each and every month. It is not a joke, guys. The court can make you to pay money to your baby mama each and every month, and you'll be left with nothing just to cover for your basic needs. That is all that I am left with each and every month, and just to cover for my basic needs. So because of that, I end up doing things that I never thought that I will do. What else am I supposed to do? I am working non-stop. Then at the end of the day, someone just takes my money. These baby mamas of mine, they do not have mercy. I was not always a bad guy. I was just a man that loved women. And the law is coming for me. Every single one of these women, they have filed for child support. Every month, my phone, it is always full of messages from different debt collectors, maintenance officers, and my baby mamas demanding that I pay the money as the court suggested. My salary, if I did not have so many kids, if only I had maybe 2 or 3 kids, my salary, which I am getting at Med Clinic, it is quite a lot. It is good money. But because I have so many kids, it is not good. By the time that the garnishing order hit my bank account, I am left with almost nothing. And I was living on bread and black tea whilst working in a hospital that serves even the richest people that come from outside of South Africa. Most of our clients, they are from other parts of Africa. That is how I started to hustle when I became very good friends with another guy that comes from Zim and Ness as well. He only dated rich old people and he was making a lot of money, even ended up buying a house in his country because of the way that he was dating these old women. And most of them, they would have not slept with a man in a very long time because they are staying in gated communities. They do not have the chance to meet with guys. They only meet up with guys that are also old, and those guys, they are chasing after young women. So because I was drowning in debt, I spoke with a Zim guy who was also a nurse, but he told me about his hustle, and he said, if you want to be able to sustain yourself, let's just look for a rich woman that you're going to take care of. I remember the first time when I decided to cross the line. It is something that can get you fired. I was standing in the locker room. I was looking at a letter that I had gotten from the maintenance court. They were threatening to even arrest me because I had not paid my arrears for many, many months for one of my child. So I sat there. I did not know what else to do. I even started crying, a grown up man. And then I said, let me do what I have been told by my friend. He said there is a woman already that he knew that this woman was lacking love in her life. I walked into the private wing that day. I had a different mindset. I was not just there to check an IV bag, I was there to find money. So I then went to where this woman was. She was around 50 years old, but she was African Nigerian that had been staying in another Southern African country. She just had a minor surgery, but she seemed so lonely, according to what my friend had told me, because he has a gift to know which women are lonely and which women are not lonely. So then I started to speak with him and I asked her more about her life. And her husband had passed away about 3 years before that, and her kids, they were busy, they were staying in the United Kingdom. I sat with him for an hour after doing my rounds. I did not even try to be a charmer. I just told her that I was tired. I told her about the long shifts and how hard it was to survive, basically just complaining. She looked at me with pity. Before she was discharged, that was when she said, here, this one is for you. It was an envelope and I felt it in my pocket. It had money. Later on, I counted the money and I saw that it was 5K. This meant that I could pay one of the baby mamas to keep the police away from my dorm. From that day, that was when I became a specialist. I realized that these older women, especially the foreign ones, they want a boy toy, a South African one. They want a nice boy who will sleep with them. I learned to be that humble guy, as I had been told by my Zim friend, and they loved it. They started sending me money for transport, money for what I wanted to do. By 2021, I was managing 3 or 4 sugar mamas at the same time, and it sounded so great. It was a job to me. It was exhausting because when you are sleeping with an older woman who is in her 60s, it's no longer the same, if especially if it is someone that is very sick, because some of these women, they might be having cancer, but still they have needs. Some of them, they are still married to their husbands, and their husbands, they do not touch them because they are sick. So it is not an easy thing, guys. I can't go into detail, but sleeping with an elderly woman who has cancer, there is nothing that is sexy about it, as you are thinking. So then that was when I started to date another woman. It was in 2024. There was a woman who has brought me to this channel. She is around 69 years old and she is from the other side of Limpopo, from Zim. This woman, she has money. From the day that I saw him, I saw that this one is the one that is going to make me to become rich. She even looked at me and we kept on having this eye contact. And I thought that she was going to become my biggest score. She is still my biggest score. She says that she loves me. She just hates the way that I cheated on her. I walked to her and I started to speak with him in the same way that I used to speak with the other sugar mamas of mine. And when we made an arrangement, she told me that it's okay. She was going to be giving me money. This lady, she was giving me 11K each and every month because I told her that I needed some money to settle some bills. I lied to her that I still owe student loan and I need to pay at least 11K each and every month. So then we went to her house because she also has properties here in Joburg. She would give me money and she told me that she did not want me to date other women. This, she made it to be perfectly clear. She said, I do not want to share you with any other woman. But if you had told me that you have another wife or another woman that you are dating before me, then I was going to allow you to give you space to break up with that woman. But since you have told me that you're not dating anyone, because I had liked to hear that I was single and I was excited to date a woman like her. When me and this woman started dating, there was no problem. I would sleep with her, but then she started to become so possessive, so much that I was unable to manage some of my other relationships. Look, these women, I was only dating them for money. I never loved them. So it was very hard. I needed to at least to sleep with other women of my own age or younger than I am, just to feel how wonderful it is to sleep with a woman. But this one, she was very possessive. She then told me that I was supposed to stay in one of the estate in her house. I'll say that in Centon, and I started to use one of the vehicles. She was making me to become a rich guy, but even though I was not having a lot of money, so many women, they started to come after me, they started chasing me. So I started avoiding this woman, because when we would sleep together, it would be very difficult for me to stay turned on. I was tired of buying your person type of herbs, because I had to drink something just to make myself feel something for her. So if I did not take anything, it was very difficult for me to maintain a strong heart on, and I did not want to become addicted to those types of herbs that makes a man want to sleep with a woman at all the times. And then I was avoiding him. I spent nearly 3 months. I was avoiding her. And then she would ask me, "Oh, so you think that you can use me? You think that you are clever? You have been eating my money, so I will deal with you." I just stopped seeing this woman. She would come to the place where I was working, and I would tell the reception that if she came looking for me, tell her that I am not around. So I started to talk with this other girl who was staying in the same estate. I met him when I was busy jogging one day, a very beautiful woman, and then we ended up sleeping together. So I had lied to this woman that my sugar mama was my mom. So she did not know that my sugar mama was not my mom, like I had lied to him. One day, when my so-called mother was at home, that was when she just came knocking on the door. Brother Nashim, I thought that the world was going to come to an end. I did not know how to tell her to go somewhere so that we can talk on the phone. She started to touch me, and she said that she wanted to see my mom, and the introduction was done. Like, my sugar mama was just quiet about it. I was so nervous. I did not know what else was going to happen after that. But she just maintained the peace that was there. She did not even say anything. Then, when that girl went away, she told me to stop the relationship in a nice way. But I loved that girl because her dad is a rich guy. So I thought that I can hope from the sugar mama, and then I can get married to that lady because she comes from a rich family. Maybe I can tell her about the business that I have wanted to start for a very long time, a business of having ambulances. So then that was when I continued with the relationship, and we were caught, we were in her bed, and there was a big fight. So this lady, she told me that she was going to fly back to Zim. When she went there, Brother Nashi, I had a very strange dream where I was being forced to sleep with a snake by a very scary sangoma. When I woke up, my manhood, it was standing, it was erect, as if I had been sleeping really with a woman. From that day to this very day, my manhood, it only works when I am sleeping with my sugar mama. If I am not sleeping with my sugar mama, then nothing is working. Right now, Brother Nashi, if I am with another woman, when we are trying to make love, there is nothing that will ever happen. But if I go to this old woman, strange enough, my manhood will start to work in ways that I can't even properly understand. I am desperate. If you see a man coming here exposing himself that this is what he is going through, it is because I am desperate. I have tried to drink different type of medications, but nothing is working at all. The moment that a woman that I love undresses in front of me, then I'm done. I can't be able to make love to her. But when we are touching, it seems as if we can enjoy. Some of the women that I woke up with, they end up laughing at me because they'll be like, yo, man, what is your problem? Your manhood, why is it not working at all? So I try to explain my situation that maybe there is a medical condition that I do not know much about. But once a woman sees that you are not powerful in bed and you are broke, you do not have a lot of money, then that woman will dump you. The scariest part about it is that this lady is telling me that she wants us to get married. What is my mother going to say when she finds out that I'm going to get married to this old woman that I do not find attractive? To tell you the truth, I was only involved with her because she has money. I am so confused. I know that even if we get married, I'm not going to benefit anything now that she knows that I had been using her and paying other women with her money. She is very angry at me. And finally, I went to a sangoma. When I went to a sangoma, and then I was told that this woman, she is the one that tied my manhood, and it can never work unless if I sleep with her. So I spoke with her and I said, why did you do such a thing to me? And then that was when she said to me, yes, I did a ritual because you were hurting me. You know that I love you. I gave you everything, my money, a place to stay, and this is what you did to me. I want you to feel the pain that I was feeling. So here I am. If you know any traditional healer that can assist me, please help me, guys. I'm just scared that my manhood will never recover. How can I be a player with a manhood that does not work? Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. Let us speak with our brother in the comment section. He's saying that all the herbs that he has been given, even by the Sangoma, those herbs, they did not even work on him. What is he supposed to do? Let us speak with him. Should he get married to his sugar mama or not?